Hello and welcome to Pursuit of Perfect System. In this video we're having a look at an interesting topic actually. Can software make a difference to sound quality? Now if you're new to the channel, obviously Pursuit of Perfect System is a channel dedicated to hi-fi, home cinema. We do show visits, we do reviews, we do technical stuff, and we just look at things, you know, in detail. So yeah, if you're new to the channel, please consider subscribing. So the purpose of the topic is, you know, can software make a difference to sound quality? But before we get into that, I just actually want to make an apology, funnily enough, and correct something that I actually got wrong. You know, we're obviously working our way through the Chord Qutest DAC review, obviously, and the Luxman L509X review, which you're going to hear in this video. Now, I made the mistake, back early on as part of that series, I said that the Qutest takes a micro type A USB input for its power. That's actually a mistake. It actually takes a micro type B input for its power. That makes a really big difference. Now, a big difference for people if they've gone out and bought cables for this and they've bought the wrong one. I mean, nobody's left me any messages regards to that. So if I've misled anybody accidentally, I'm really sorry. It was an actual accident. But what's actually more important is the fact that it takes a type B input means that we can go and buy a premium quality cable to power that with. And by premium quality, I actually mean we can power it. Well, it's going to be a good quality cable for starters, but we can actually power it from the XLR outputs on the JCat 200 watt linear power supply. So I'm going to be ordering that cable. It's from a company that I've used and bought loads of cables from in the past. They're always outstanding. So I'll be ordering that. When that comes in, we have to do another whole round of testing and stuff to see how things sound and compare. So that'll make an interesting video series, I think. So just thought I'd give people a bit of a heads up on that. If you're looking at buying a 200 watt linear power supply, the JCat 200 watt linear power supply for the Chord Qutest, which you should be. You know, that is an outstanding power supply for the money. It's absolutely outstanding, and it powers this. Well, you know, if you've been keeping up with the series, sound quality wise, I'm sure would have been impressed so far. If not, wait till you hear this video, and then you're going to be right. So the purpose of this video now, it didn't come about for this reason, but I recently had a forum argument, as I always do with people, that there's no way software within a computer can make any difference to the sound quality. Well, for me, the computer is really a tool. What goes on inside that computer, what makes this computer sound good, is all the attention to detail that's gone into it. Now, this is a dedicated audio PC or dedicated computer. It's got lots of stuff, physical and hardware things going on in there. We've got 4 different power supplies, 2 linear power supplies, 2 battery power supplies, powering individual aspects of the computer. And now that's obviously the hardware side, but this video's software. So inside this, for starters, we're running JPlay software, which is the main music software. Then we're running software called Audio File Optimizer, which is basically something that strips down Windows and takes Windows down to a more basic level and gets rid of all the stuff, or turns off all the stuff that we don't need for audio. But we go one stage further than that. We use a software called Process Lasso, which is actually a CPU management software, and it manages cores and it manages processes within cores. And what that does, that really kind of throttles all the stuff we don't need, and it prioritizes the stuff we do need, i.e. our audio services, and you kind of select those in the menus and stuff for that. On top of that, we're using software called Feedalizer. Now, all these softwares you can go and check out. You know, they've all got free demos that you can use and test to see what you think. Now, Feedalizer is an interesting one because I've been using it for years, but they just released a version 8, you know, a new upgrade. Now, I didn't upgrade to it straight away. I bought it, but I didn't put it on the computer straight away, because when you're reviewing equipment, you don't want to make too many changes. You want to keep things, you know, as samey as possible, so that when you put new amplifiers and stuff in there, you know, the differences are the amplifier, not all, you know, the messing around that you're doing. So, because we've got the kit in here, and I actually made several Luxman sound demonstration videos, and I listened back to them and they sound fantastic. But I thought to myself, well, hold on a minute, this new Feedalizer upgrade, people that have tried it are saying it's fantastic. So I thought, well, you know, it's down to me to portray this equipment at its best. You know, so you get, you know, the sound recording that you hear is as good as I can make this equipment sound. You know, for products of this quality, it's my job, you know, to do them justice. You know, I feel like the video quality does them justice, but you know, if there's anything here that's holding this back, we need to fix it, don't we, really? So I thought, you know, I'll have a little play around. So yesterday, I installed the new version of Feedalizer. It's actually 8.1, which they made some tweaks and improvements. 8 had some bugs. Messed around with it. Wasn't totally happy at first. Took some advice from some people that I trust. And yeah, managed to get the next level of sound quality out of this system purely from changing software. Now I also went into the computer and I changed the buffer settings slightly. We've got drivers that control basically the feed of data to our USB SP diff to USB to SP diff converter, the Mutec MC3 plus USB, and I changed the buffer on that ever so slightly, and the sound quality we're getting now is a world away from the sound quality we was getting before. Now what I can't do a direct A/B comparison in this video, because the softwares, you run them, they have to go through, they have to restart the computers and stuff. It would be a major gap. So what I'm going to do instead, obviously if you've been keeping up with the Qutest review and the videos that I've created for them, I'll be doing sound demonstrations, and as I've been getting things better, I've done more videos and more videos, and if you follow that series through, if you start at the beginning, listen to the sound quality, and you come to the end, the more recent videos I've put, you'll hear there's been a clear improvement. So what I'm going to do in this video, I'm going to play 2 songs that I've used before as part of this series. So what you can do, you can go and you can cross-reference the sound quality then to the sound quality now, and that's about, at this stage, it's about the best I can do. In the future, maybe I'll strip things down, do a recording, and then reboot it all back up and do a recording. I'm just very time limited. It's not easy to do that. It takes hours and hours to do that at a fair level. So just on a point of fair, what we've got, the Luxman is at the same volume. It's at 11 o'clock. Nothing in the system has changed. Everything is identical. Our microphones are always at the same position, and the recorder that we use is at the same fixed volume that we've been using to record all the songs throughout this whole series. Quickly talking about the system. If you're keeping up with the series, you know what the system is. It's KEF reference free only, no subwoofers are in use. Obviously we've got the Chord Qutest DAC, which is being powered from the JCat 200 watt linear power supply. That's feeding into our Luxman L509X. Review coming for the Chord Qutest, review coming for the Luxman, and review coming for the 200 watt linear power supply. Over this side, obviously our dedicated audio PC, which we've just been speaking about. Obviously I forgot to mention we use Direct Live as part of that as well. And obviously we're using the Audio Quest Niagara 7000 power conditioner, Audio Quest Oak speaker cables, Audio Quest Coffee digital cable linking to the Qutest. Then we're using XLO, a limited edition interconnects, phono interconnects to the Luxman, and a load of XLO signature free power cables. So that really is the system. That's where we are. So remember, what you need to do to make the full value of this video is listen to this one, listen to this first song, queue up the video that I made before with this song in it, which obviously I'll link up here, and then listen to this one, go and listen to that one, listen to this one, make sure they're volume matched. You can volume match them in the software you've got, but everything in here is volume matched. Now come the end of it, I'll come back and I'll explain the differences, and then once you've gone and hear them, gone and watched the videos, you'll hear the differences of what we're talking about, because they're not small, they're marked. So I'm going to start with the saxophone song, which is Sonny Rollins. I'm going to start there. I want you to pay attention to the saxophone. Listen to it. Listen to how big, forward, dynamic. Listen to how much it really comes through now in the sound mix. And then when we get to the bit with the drums, listen to how big and full and rich and detailed and alive and energetic they are. Pay attention to that. Then we'll swap over, we'll do a completely different song, and I'll come back and talk to you at the end. So this is a bit of Sonny, and we'll speak again soon.
Ladies and gentlemen, would you please welcome a saxophone colossus, Sonny Rollins.
Well, I'm going to stop that one there because obviously that's about a 15-minute long song. But hopefully, yeah, we really cross-reference the songs, pay attention. You know, that saxophone, that's big now, much bigger, much more dynamic. It's got much more energy. It's coming through the mix with much more clarity and power. And then we've got, you know, more ambience from the crowd. The drums have more attack and much more detail and stuff there. And everything's more textured and rich. Now, when you go and cross-reference the videos, I'm sure you'll hear that. But I don't want to just put it down to one song. I'm going to play another song because this one is even more obvious. Now, I used this song right at the very start when we first got the Qutest. I was powering it off the little battery pack, stuff like that, and it you know, it's just got better and better and better, and at the moment it's much bigger with how we've got things now. Now, bearing in mind, all I've changed is software. I've updated one piece of software to a newer version, you know, which is, you know, obviously been upgraded. You know, people, you know, company Feedlizer, the chap behind that spends, oh God knows, hours and hours and hours working on this stuff. And it matters and it works. So all I've done is updated Feedlizer to the new version, not touched anything else physical, and I obviously changed our buffer settings ever so slightly, which just means it's feeding they are ever so slightly differently to the DAC. But that can't make any difference it's not even to the DAC, it's to the USB to SP diff converter. So it's not even at the DAC stage. So technically what the DAC's seeing is identical, but it doesn't sound identical. So here we go. This is the next one. Again, the original or the one to compare, linked up there.
Junkie strung out, although one God only knows. He ain't washed or shaved in a couple of days, and there's stains upon his clothes. Now it ain't smack at that cocaine crack that brought him to his knees, but the fully legal product of the tobacco companies, the tobacco companies. So thank you, R.J. Reynolds, for helping me look so cool. And thank you, Philip Morris, for keeping me company after school. And thank you, Brown and Williamson, I hope you spent my money well. When this is past and I've smoked my last, I will see you all in hell. I will see you all in hell. Now this junkie's not on the street corner or sleeping in an alleyway. In fact, I saw him in my own living room about 3 a.m. today. His hands were shaking, his will was breaking, and his body bathed in sweat. Take a good look, people. This is as low as a man can get. As low as a man can get. So thank you, R.J. Reynolds, for helping me look so cool. And thank you, Philip Morris, for keeping me company after school. Thank you, Brown and Williamson, I hope you spent my money well. When this is past and I've smoked my last, I will see you all in hell. I will see you all in hell. I've got my own two shoulders on which to place the blame, but the company's false piety, well, it bugs me just the same. And let us not forget our state and federal government. Before I go, I'd like to know where all those taxes went. Where all those taxes went. So thank you, R.J. Reynolds, for helping me look so cool. And thank you, Philip Morris, for keeping me company after school. And thank you, Brown and Williamson, I hope you spent my money well. When this is past and I've choked my last, I will see you all in hell. I will see you all in hell.
What do you think? When you compare, what do you think? As always, please leave the comments below in this video, obviously not in the other video. So yeah, it'll be linked up the top. It's already been linked. Obviously go and watch that one compared to this one. Do your own volume matching. Obviously everything in here is as volume matched as I can get it. But obviously we're getting a much bigger, fuller, richer, definitely much bigger. The vocal now is huge in here. It's occupying this whole center space, which is incredible. Now I actually want to eke out a bit more refinement out of the sound. I definitely want to do that. I'm still waiting on a few things to come in. I still haven't rerun Direct Live. Everything stayed the same. I personally think if I rerun Direct Live now, that would eke out that next little bit of fidelity and we'd go again. I'm just waiting because I've got some products coming in. Once they're in under the speakers, little hint there, then I'm going to rerun Direct Live once we've done all that. So I'm just trying to keep things samey, not change too much. So yeah, the purpose of the video wasn't intended to be on this, but because we had a big debate, on a forum, it kind of motivates me to kind of make videos to try and demonstrate what I'm arguing about basically on there. So all we've done is made some basic changes really to the computer, which actually doesn't even connect to the DAC. The computer connects to a USB to SP diff converter, which then obviously feeds a reclocked signal to the DAC. So how the hell can that make a difference? It just does. It just does. And it's not the only person who thinks it. There's thousands of people that do. Obviously there's thousands of people that don't. It's HiFi. There's always that debate. So yeah, obviously hopefully when you cross-reference you'll see. Now, obviously hope you enjoy the video. Please visit our website. Just about to start the song demonstration videos for the Luxman. Then we're going to follow that up with a review, and then we're going to come back to the Qutest and more stuff on that. So yeah, hope you enjoy the video. Leave comments down below. Let me know what you think. I'll see you soon. Take care.